Hi everyone, it's me Louie and welcome to a new video. So in this video, we're going to take a look at how you can install and set up the Loox Products Reviews and Photos app for your store. So this particular app is really useful if you want to showcase photo reviews on your product pages. If you've been thinking of setting this up on your store, then stay tuned for this video. So before we get into the setup and install of the app, let's take a look at some of the app's key features and what it's like to have it installed on your store, how it looks like on the front end. And finally, also take a look at the pricing for this app should you decide to go for the paid plan. Alright, so if you take a look at the page on the App Store, find that Loox not only does photo reviews but also video reviews. Okay, so you can have your customers either upload photos or videos. Of course, videos would be an even more powerful way of showcasing the products that your customers have bought. Okay, let's move on. Right, from the description you can see here that what Loox does is allow you to collect reviews, photos and videos. Okay, so if you look at the details, you can schedule the time for sending those review requests. Okay, so review requests are when, after the customer has bought the product, after a specified period of time, they'll get this email asking them to review the product. Okay, sometimes you can add an incentive to encourage them to submit the review. Okay, for example, a discount. Sometimes if you just ask your customers for reviews, they get lazy, they don't feel motivated to submit a review. But let's say you tell them, if you submit a review, we'll give you a discount on your next order, then that sometimes does push them over the edge and gets them to submit that review for you. Okay, so the next one is that you can display the reviews on your product pages in a lot of different ways. Okay, so here you see there are lists, grid layouts, or carousels, pop-ups. Okay, so there are lots of ways to display these product reviews either on your product page or any other page in your store that can entice the customers to convert. Okay, so most of the time, if the customers see that other people have bought and are happy with this particular product, it convinces them to also make that decision to buy. Okay, this is the power of social proof. Alright, so having said all of that, let's now take a look at how this would look on the front end. Okay, so how would this review app, after you've installed, how would it look on your store? Okay, so you can check it out by viewing the example store. Alright, so okay, let's see. Okay, so as you can see here, there are many ways that the reviews have been displayed. Okay, so you can even choose the layout here. Okay, this is a more organized grid layout, and then you have this masonry layout. It tends to be a little bit more flexible. Okay, so this is how your reviews will look. The picture, the person who has reviewed it, the customer's name, okay, the date, and then other details and what they've bought. Okay, so you can display this on your homepage, for example. And then with Loox, you can also have the reviews kind of just slide in like this on your store. Okay, so if someone is browsing and they're not really sure if they want to make that purchase, maybe having some additional reviews on the site suddenly popping up will help them to make that decision. Okay, so this is another one where it's just like slides on the side like a tab, and then if the customer clicks, then they can check out all the reviews as well. So basically with Loox, you're able to give your customers a very visual view of how the products look in real life. Okay, so on top of photos, you could also have the opportunity to get your customers to submit videos like the ones here. Okay, But yeah, these are just some examples of how it look. Okay, so you can see how convincing this can be if you have this in your store. Okay. Alright, so finally let's take a look at Loox's pricing. Okay, let's go back to the product page here. Okay, scroll down to pricing. Okay, so you can see here that there are basically 4 different plans. They are different mainly based on the number of review requests you can send. Okay, so the bigger your store, the more number of review requests you would need. Okay, so I would mainly choose the plan based on that first. Of course, on top of the differing number of review requests, there are also additional features like on the essential plan. There are like custom questions, pixel integration, advanced customizations that are not available on the beginner plan. And then if you compare the growth and essential plan, there are even more features added to the growth plan. And very importantly is the video reviews. So if video reviews is something that you would really want to showcase on your store, even if you don't you don't think you will exceed 100 monthly review requests a month, you still need to jump on the growth plan in order to take advantage of that video reviews feature. Okay, and then for the unlimited, of course, you have everything in there. Okay, so I think unlimited would be if you have a super big store and you're doing lots of sales a month. Okay, we're talking about maybe 6-7 figures a month, then you know, unlimited might make sense. Okay, but if say you're still beginner, you just want to offer the basic photo reviews, then I think the beginner plan makes sense. It's only $9.99 a month. Okay, so if you're really unsure which one to go for, the good thing is that Loox offers you a 14-day free trial period for you to test things out. Give it a trial run to see if this works. Okay, if not, then of course you can just delete the app from your shop. Alright, so now that I've taken you through a very quick demo around Loox's features as well as the pricing plans, let's try to install this app and then configure it. Okay, so in this tutorial, I'm just gonna take a look at the beginner plan. Okay, so just configuring. If you're looking to do more than that, then maybe some I can configure it in a future tutorial, but just to keep things simple, let's look at the beginner plan. Okay, so first thing you want to do is add the app to your store. Okay, so like I mentioned, I'm going to start with the beginner store. Okay, beginner plan, I mean, sorry. Okay, so you need to approve the request, subscription. Okay, so once you have done that, then you can see this welcoming message. Click on let's get started. Okay, so you can of course star color. I normally go for the standard one, which is yellow, kind of bright yellow. Okay, of course if you have different theme, then just go for it. Okay, okay, so little dog. Okay. So it's not very easy, but yeah. Okay, so then you can select the widget layout. Like we saw earlier, do you want that slightly flexible looking grid, fluid looking grid, or a list style? Okay, it's up to you. So personalize your email review request. So this is when the customers will get that email prompting them to leave a review. Okay, so is it 14 days? Okay, it's up to you. What do you think? Okay, so for this, some considerations that I can share with you are you would want to take a look at how long does it take for the orders to arrive usually. Okay, so for example, if I'm always mailing internationally, and it usually takes about 10 days to arrive. You want to kind of account for that in case of delays whatsoever, but you don't want to kind of send that email too late, because then the customer might just forget about the whole purchase. Okay, so timely but not too early. Okay, so let's say the product usually arrives at your customers' homes within 10 days. Okay, maybe 7 to 10 days. So maybe you can choose a 14-day after fulfillment. Okay, so after fulfillment means after you've sent the product out to your customers. Okay, so I would think that after fulfillment is the wiser route to take, because after purchase, anything can happen. You might fulfill late, and that cause a lot of delays in between. Okay, so you decide, okay, how many days. But let's say the products usually arrive very quickly, like 5 days. You don't want to wait like 14 days before you send that email request out. You want to give them maybe another like 7 days for them to review the products. Okay, so 3 to 5 days to receive the product, and then on day 7 they get the email request. Of course, there's no guarantees that delays will happen, and then your customers will get this request much later. Will get the request earlier than when they receive the product. That can happen, but the idea here is to reduce that as much as possible. Okay, all right, so email text. Okay, you can write whatever you want here. Okay, if you want to have something customized, something fun, maybe you have a copywriter who can help you to do this, just add that in here. Okay, click on select. Okay, so you can offer a discount if they submit a review, but you can also not offer a discount. My recommendation is to offer a discount because this will incentivize the reviews, especially if your store is really new and you need those reviews to come in as social proof for your business. So I don't think giving customers discount is gonna harm your business in any way. Number one, it will incentivize them to leave a review, and number two, it encourages them to spend on your store the next time very happily. Okay, so if you're trying to be conservative, you can go for 10, but I would say 10 is a little low. You can go for 15 or 20, or if you follow their recommendation, they recommend 15%. Okay, all right, what would you like to do? All right, so great, Loox is installed. What would you like to do? So there are two options here. You can either migrate existing reviews from another app or somewhere else. Okay, let's say you're a totally new store. I'm assuming this is a completely new store, so we won't go for this route. So instead, we'll go for this one where we personalize, do a little bit more customizations on the settings. All right, so click on go to settings. All right, so here you can see there are a lot of things that you can customize. Okay, so this is okay, so there are other things we can look at as well, but let's take a look at how this works. Okay, so we want to make sure that all of these are accurate, and then the displays are accurate as well. So these are the two things that you want to make sure that are configured correctly before you start collecting reviews. Okay, all right, so let's run through this form. Okay, so the language, of course, pick the language that you use for your store. Okay, so if it's English, just choose English, and if other languages, go for it. Okay, handling reviews. Do you want to auto-publish it, or you don't want to? Okay, so if you want to auto-publish it, then you can choose. Okay, do I want to auto-publish all reviews as I receive them, or I only want to auto-publish the reviews that matches a specific number of stars? Okay, so this helps you to kind of weed out those bad reviews, and then maybe only display the ones that appear favorable to you. That's not saying that, you know, you're gonna hide all the reviews. It's just that, you know, you want to manually review those that are less favorable, maybe just to see what made them so unhappy. Is there something that you could do about it before, you know, we have to permanently display that review? That's up to you, okay? That gives you the power to choose, okay? If you don't want to display any, if you don't want to auto-publish any reviews, just go for never, okay? Review notifications. So this is when if you receive a new review, do you want an email sent to you? Okay, so every single new review you get an email. It's nice if you only have a few reviews, but what if you have a few thousand reviews a month? Maybe you want to disable this. Okay, up to you. Okay, this review request, as we've seen earlier, when should the email for the review request get sent out? Okay, we've gone through some of the frameworks from which you can decide. Okay, logo, you can place your logo here. Okay, this is the logo from your Shopify files section. Okay, you can place it here. Then yeah, so these are all the default stuff. Okay, but you can always customize it. Obviously, if you look at the default one, order number, please review your latest purchase, doesn't look appealing at all. You want to kind of make it fun, or you know, get 10% off when you review or something like that. Okay, then button text. Okay, so this is just for you to customize how it would look. Okay, you can even view a sample. Okay, so once you've customized the email, you can just take a look before you save it. Okay, so video reviews are not included in the beginner plan. Okay, so so this as well, this is under the essential plan. Okay, so discount, we've seen it earlier already. The type of discount, you can give them like percentage discount. Okay, we selected 15, but of course it's up to you. You can change it accordingly. You can even give them a fixed amount rather than a percentage. You give them like, oh, you know, get get $10 off when you review. Okay, so offer discounts for reviews from on-site and review requests. So if they review it on-site, means to say that on the site itself you give them a coupon. If not, then, you know, personally I only want to give it to the review requests. Okay, and then the discount code, do you want to use the same code or auto generate a unique code for every review? Personally, I don't recommend using a single code, because that would increase the chances of customers abusing the code. They might give it to their friends who are not leaving reviews to get the discount. That's not what you want for this process. Okay, it will be really hard for you to track the discounts as well. Okay, all right. Okay, so there's also this review reminder, but this is not included in the beginner plan. Okay, photo. Okay, so here you can also remind customers to add, let's say they did not add a photo or video. Okay, so video is not included, so let's focus on photo. So let's say they didn't include a photo, you can send them a reminder, tell them, you know, why don't you also submit a photo along with your review. Okay. Alright, so this is also not included. Okay, let's go compliance. Okay, so this is about who you can send it to. Okay, so only send it to customers who consent to receive marketing emails. So this would be the better option. You don't want to send any emails to people who don't want to receive emails. It's going to be really bad for your domain and everything. Okay, only send it to people who want to receive the emails, no matter if that limits the number of customers that you can reach. I think that's the better route if you want to maintain your reputation online. Okay, alright, so unsubscribing, what does it do? Okay, if they unsubscribe from review requests, does it mean they also unsubscribe from your store, or does it only unsubscribe from the review requests? Okay, up to you. So this, the first option, does not unsubscribe, means that they still get other marketing emails. Also, unsubscribes means they don't get any emails. Okay, so this is up to you. This is not particularly critical in this case. It's about the customer's preference. Alright, so transparency, review was marked as verified. Okay, looks about to. Okay, so this is yet another regulatory requirement, so you have to check what your regulations are like. Okay, so and then switch it up accordingly. Okay, you can also have an email footer if you want. Okay, and place the information here. Alright, so that's basically some of the information that you want to kind of configure before you actually get started using this app on the collecting review side of things. And then now we want to take a look at the display. Okay, so this is how your widget will display on your site. Okay, so do you want it to be a grid, list? Okay, this is about the appearance, and then what's the color like, you know, all of these you can adjust it so it matches with your store. Okay, so here you can showcase. Okay, you can choose when this review widget will display. So is it gonna be shown, always shown, or hidden when empty, etc. So this is all up to you. Okay, lots of customization features. I won't be going through them one by one in this case, but yeah, just want to show you what customizations are available. Okay, so lots of things that you can do even under the beginner plan. Okay, so yeah, as you've seen earlier, okay, so you saw this earlier, it would not be too far different from this, I would say, but you can do a little bit of tweaks here and there. Okay, but the basic display will look like this. Okay, but yeah, you can adjust things like review shadow. Okay, that's like, you know, this part. Okay, so if you want it, you don't want it, those are just some little stylistic decisions. Maybe you or your web designer can make that decision. Okay, so yeah, so once you have configured everything here, then you're basically done. Okay, you don't have to do any saving. The saving is all automatic inside Loox. Alright, so once you've configured these two things, you're pretty much done. Of course, if you want to take a look at other things like integrations, referrals, it's up to you. But if you just want to have the photo reviews up, have your customers be able to submit reviews, for you to send review requests to your customers with an incentive, then you're pretty much done here. Okay, so I hope that you have found this very quick tutorial useful. And if you've enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this one, then make sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for your time watching this one, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye bye.